So you've done all this mastermind, you've experienced it, partaken in 30, which is a lot. And then when did you make a switch in saying, hey, I can do this. I can be a curator to help others, and I can actually be a curator of masterminds myself.
100%. So it happened around the time I got into Tony Robbins. Now I've been to like 15 Tony events. I've met him. I'm going to spend time in Fiji as private island resort called Namali, either late this year or early next year, depending on COVID and how everything goes. I'm a top affiliate. I've worked with him and Dean on their project, Mastermind.com. And I'm not saying any of this to brag or impress, but just to impress upon you, like I understand this really well. And where it all started, even before any of that was an idea that they had, was with being at his event. I met one of his coaches, a woman named Delina Fajardo, who we were dating at the time, and we ended up starting a mastermind together. And she was really sharp on, she understood Tony's process. She had been to like 40 of his events or some crazy thing. And we started this kind of brand merging. It was abundance and purpose. So she was the purpose coach, helped find people's purpose. And I was the make more marbles guy, the abundance guy, right? So abundant purpose mastermind. We started it out very cheap, way too cheap, like $50 a month or something, and ran it for a year. And it went pretty well, and we started raising our price over the time. We actually 10x'd our pricing over time and just kept rolling with that. We wrote a book as a mastermind together, which was really interesting and fun. And I just realized like, okay, there's not that much to this. I can do this. I love this model. It's consistent. It's monthly. The people that are showing up are really great. And I just realized like I could create masterminds to learn things too. For example, I really wanted to learn about Amazon. I met a guy at a conference named Michael Quinn who was really crushing on Amazon. He was doing like $100,000 a month, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And he had been at it for a while. And I asked him, man, like, can you teach me how you're doing this? Because you're making, 7 figures working 5-10 hours a week. I'm like, this is great. He's like, yeah, it's like 30 grand to coach me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could spend 30 grand, but what if, I asked him a question. It's like, what if you taught this to a bunch of people and brought the cost down for each person and brought the impact up for everybody? Everybody takes better notes, asks better questions. We all go as a group. Maybe we all go to like China and Hong Kong, go to the product fairs, learn how to source products. You could teach us as more of an experience and have a lot of fun doing it, like a mastermind. And he said, yeah, okay, I'd be into that. And he had a, pretty good following of people that, couldn't afford to coach with him, but would be very interested in learning from him. So I took on all the work of like enrolling these people and putting them into this group. And we brought 52 people to China and Hong Kong. We did like a 2-week mastermind where, we had training leading up to it. By the time people got on the ground, they were like, they knew what they were doing. And then he would like answer their questions and show them how it was done. And we had a really great trip. And I got my trip paid for. I made some money. He made some money. He ended up spending all on a boat party, which was really fun. But more importantly, I connected with a lot of people who wanted to do this also, and learned enough where we were able to, with a couple of partners, launch a marketing agency, an Amazon marketing agency that went from 0 to 75K in 6 months. I ended up selling my share and moving on from that project. But it was just really powerful that, somebody who didn't know anything about it was able to get paid to learn from an expert and launch something in real time. Because that's really what masterminds can do, is they can create incredible opportunities in short amounts of time, whether you're an expert or not, if you're committed to helping other people get the answers that they're seeking as well. So as long as you come from that space of abundance, that space of, I don't need to be the expert. I don't need to be like the guru. As long as you come from a place of like, I want to solve people's problems and I want to learn and I want to grow and I want to earn and all these things, like you can make it all happen. So that's, kind of the premise of my book is the 8-minute mastermind. And that refers to the length of the hot seat, which is how to travel anywhere for free, add $100,000 to your business in 5-10 hours a month and solve any problem that your business can come up with. Because it's really important that people understand they have this incredible opportunity to learn if they're just willing to think outside the box a little bit. And if you don't mind, I can share, we have like a free plus shipping offer if you guys want to check it out.
That's good. Yeah.
It's at 8minutemastermind.com. There's also 3 free bonuses when you go to check it out. Even if you don't grab the book, we have 101 questions for mastermind facilitators. So that's a cool little download. We have a mastermind cheat sheet. And then we also have 50 recordings of me doing hot seats. It's called the 8-minute mastermind. So they're about 8 to 10 minutes long. And you can learn like, okay, this is what a mastermind really is. This is about how to get clarity and solve problems in the shortest possible time and move people through the various stages of that. And you can hear me do it. So if you want to check that out, it's 8minutemastermind.com. That's my latest book. I'm also working on one on money. I used to run a hedge fund that was fairly successful. And we have another one on marketing coming out next year.